Hi everyone, Alex here. Continue with the Revit from 0 to 100 series. Today we're going to dive into beam systems. The first thing we're going to do is adjust the floor, the wall, and the structure in the storage area all the way on the south. And then we're going to create a beam system based on this 2x10s. So it's going to look something similar to this. It's going to look very professional. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get started. And remember, this video is part of our Revit Multi-trade from 0 to 100 course. So if you haven't seen the previous videos, go ahead and watch them now, because if not, you're going to be completely lost. Hi everyone, this is Alex with BIMitUp, where we help you with professional training and coaching in mechanical, electrical, plumbing, fire protection systems, and Autodesk platforms like Revit and AutoCAD MEP. Let's get started. All right, so let's create a beam system. But before doing that, just remember that this area here is lower. We only have floor all the way up to like about here. There's actually a floor here in this storage. So let's go ahead and create a floor. And let's reference it to grade. Let's have it at 0 offset. Let's make it a 4-inch concrete slab. I'm gonna pick some walls. I'm gonna pick this wall here, this wall here, this wall here, and this wall here. I'll do escape. I'm gonna flip this to the exterior, and I'm gonna start trimming. I'm gonna trim from here to here, from here to here. This one's already done, and this one's already done. So I'm just gonna hit OK, just to have a floor there. And now I'm gonna go back to my section, and in reality, this wall here comes all the way down to that floor. And then this wood floor actually stops at the wall. So I'm gonna go to the main wood floor, edit boundary, and then I'm gonna bring this back to where it was originally, which is here. I'm gonna hit OK, and I don't want to attach those walls. Let's take a look at a 3D view, and that's exactly how it is. So now these beams here really don't exist here. Let's go back to our main wood floor. I'm just going to do a drafting line as a reference. I'm going to cut it and then paste it at my top of foundation. Align to current view. And then here's where this beam is going to stop. Right there. This doesn't exist. This one also stops here. I'll get rid of that reference line. So going back to our little diagram here, I know that this is finished wood floor, and this is 1/2 inch, and this is 1 inch. So I know that the top of my joists are gonna be sitting 1.5 inch under my main wood floor. So knowing that, so I'm gonna go to my section, and then I'm gonna define a new reference plane. So architecture, reference plane. I'm gonna pick a line. I'm gonna click on the bottom of the plywood, and I'm gonna call this plywood bottom. And now let's try this. We wanna do a beam system, so let's go to structure, beam system. Make sure that our 2x10 is selected, which it is. I'm gonna have 0 here, and then I'm gonna host it to a reference plane. Let's take a look at how this would look like. We wanted 16 on center, so 16 inches. And let's place this one here, and I'm gonna place another one here. And I should edit this boundary here to match what we're looking for, which is all the way up to here. Okay, there we go. So tap select, we select the beam system. We want to edit the boundary. We want to align to this wall. Lock to this wall, and 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 lock. And then this one's fine. Let's finish. Now we select our beam system again. Now we edit work plane, edit work plane. We select our bottom of plywood. Okay. Now if we go to our 3D view, that is exactly what we are looking for. So now we extend our box a little bit upwards. We can see it from underneath. and we can see our framing system. So we have our two 2x6s, we have our 2x10s, and we have our structural floor, just like we see it here, and just like we see it here. Now make sure you visit BIMitUp.com. Over there you'll be able to log in if you already have login information, or if you want to become a member, you can sign up with Google, Facebook, or with your email address. And once you're a member and you're logged in, you have access to a lot of good features. You can access your bookings from here, you can go to my programs, and even some free ones that I offer there. I'm running a little bit of a scholarship program here because I don't want money to be the reason why you cannot develop professionally. So these are all the programs that I'm a participant on, and these are the ones that I have completed. So go ahead and visit BIMitUp.com. Becoming a member is free, but I do not run ads in any of my stuff. So the creation of the content is made possible entirely from patrons and other contributions. So if you can, consider subscribing. I'll leave a link in the description of the video, and I'll see you soon.